Hey, what's going on guys? So welcome to an Infinite Flight video today. Today I will be going through how to use the auto land feature on Infinite Flight, also known as the APPR autopilot mode. I know it was quite a bit confusing for me when I first started, but got the knack of it now, and I'm going to go through it with you guys. So I'm going to be starting off in Sydney today on runway 16 left, just there. Going to be using an Airbus A321-200 with the Etihad livery. So let's get right into it. So I'm just going to explain some of the features and just a basic tutorial on how it works and how to line up with it. Cool. So we are on the ground here. We'll just put the brakes on there. For this purpose, we're going to have no wind. Going to have no turbulence. Well, that is temperature. Yeah. Our visibility is just going to stay up for the meantime. That's okay. Cool. Our weight and balance is going to make ourselves, well, just for this purpose, we're going to have no weight, and might as well just chuck a lot of fuel in the tanks, because why not? Cool. Okay. Time, just normal. Going to calibrate that. Okay, so we're going to set the flaps here to...
Flaps 2.
Set the flaps to 2. Everything's on here. Cool. Alright, for this purpose, I am just going to activate autopilot automatically so we don't go off track. And I want us to get to 4,000 feet when we're in the air. Okay, so you can see that the APPR or the ILS approach isn't active now. We haven't lined up. So that's good so far. Cool, so let's set 50% thrust. Cool, we'll set about 80%. Yeah, 85 I reckon. Cool. Alrighty. Just wait till we get to
80 knots.
Rotate. Cool.
V1. Rotate.
Cool.
V2.
Rotate. Put that back slightly. Nose up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up. Sweet. Alrighty. So this is good. This is good. I am going to bring power up now because we are losing speed. I'm going to cap it at 210 knots. For now. Oh, we are going a bit fast. That's okay. I'm going to extend the flaps early. Beacon. Cool. Okay, so let's cruise to 4,000. I'm going to climb steep just for the purposes here. Alright, we're going to turn off this way. So we're going to land back at 16 right. So that's the other end of the airport. So once we get to 130, that's okay, 129, that'll do. Gotta head off in this direction for a bit. Cool. Okay. So as you can see, departed well. Yeah, all good. Now it's just a bit of a waiting game. Okay, we are approaching 4,000 feet now. So the nose should start to calm down soon. Go back to 208. Should come back, go down. Ooh. That is ground speed. There we are. We have leveled out now. I'm going to head back to the cockpit view. Yep, so you may have recalled what the heading was when we were on the runway. That was 155. So we're going to head back to 155, so we are going parallel to the airport, or the runway rather. Also going to change this to airspeed. Airspeed, cool. Alrighty. Cool. So as you can see, the red is the ILS approach, which is good. Just gotta wait a bit longer now. Cool, so we are at 4,000, nice. Heading 155, speed 208. beautiful. Can't go wrong. And the passengers can go around. Cool. Now, so what will happen, so in this part here where I'm circling, you might be able to see the white. I'll do it in this mode. You might be able to see the white here. So basically that's essentially going to have 2 dots on each side, a line in the middle and 2 other dots. And there'll be another thinner line running there. I'll show you what I'm talking about when we start to head into the ILS now. So as you can see, the ILS starts, or is from around in here. Okay, so we're going to bring it back down to 200 now, 200 knots. Cool, and we're going to start our turn back this way. I'm going to do it manually. Bring it in. Let's not miss it, please. Yep, so as you can see now, so it's picked up the GPS approach on runway 29 from another airport. Of course, not the airport we want. And there are these dots here. This is all the information. So as you can see now, we are actually lining up with the localizer or the radar, which will align us with the airport. Yep, so it's picked us for the ILS now for 34 right, which is not the one we want, but we are at a perfect level for it, which you can see on here. So if the arrow goes below, that means we are too high for the runway, but if it goes above, we are too low, but if it's just on the center, we are all good. So actually here we might just line up for runway 34 left, the one next to the one we took off from. So as you can see now, we are here and we are pretty level, so I'm going to tap the approach and navigation. So it's now going to align itself with the runway itself. So now I'm not even doing anything. So as you can see, the localizer is to our right at the moment, so to line us up, so this flashing bar here will become in the middle there. And here, as you can see, we are at a perfect, well, just slightly high for the ILS approach currently, but that's okay. Yep, so the localizer has picked up now. And so as you can see, the runway is in the distance over there. Yep. So as you'll see, it will maintain this arrow in the perfect center. That's just because what it does. So even if there is no ILS, you can still use this and this to line up yourself manually. So make sure, so if the arrow is up here, you're a bit too low. If the arrow is down, you're a bit too high. So try to keep it in the middle there and you'll be good to go. So the autopilot is having a bit of a hard time here with lining up the runway, which should be fine now. Please line up. It is very temperamental. Yep. Okay, so we've established the localizer. Alright, so we're going to bring the speed down to 170 now. I'm going to bring the flaps to 2. Yep. I'm also going to bring the gear down. All that on. I'm going to arm that. Okay. Cool. Okay, so as you can see, the little line in here, whoops, go back to here, the little line here is pretty centered. The autopilot's doing a good job, and we are very accurate here, which is really good. We're going to have a good approach. We're going to bring the speed down a lot more. Flaps
full.
Harder. We have left the speed a bit late, but that doesn't matter. We're going to also do that.
Flight spoilers extended.
And can you see this little green dot here moving? So that's the flight path vector, so that'll tell us where we will be. So that's where the aircraft's going. So as you can see, the autopilot's doing a good job on keeping us where we want to be. So as you can see now, we dropped a bit below the speed, but that's okay. So if the flight path vector is on the runway, good things are happening. So as you can see now, it has aligned itself there. Beautiful. Look at that. I've also turned these red things on just to get a bit of an idea of what it's doing. So as you can see, we're very aligned on the localizer right now. We are very accurate along here. And the flight path vector is showing us we're going to be on the runway. We can turn the flight path vector off if you like, but I like it on. what we're going to do here is I'm also going to calibrate it now, because right at the end, also I'm going to turn the weather really low. Look at that. So we're going to put it to about 1 kilometer. So we can't see nothing now, so we're relying all on the autopilot now. So as you can see, the flight path vector is showing us to be in a good area at the moment. Localizer is good. This is really good. This here can also get reflected on the PAPI lights, so the 4 lights located on the runway.
500.
So we are at 500. I'm going to bring it back down to 135. Actually, I'm going to control the speed manually here.
400. Approaching minimums.
So we are approaching the minimums now. Okay, so once we get to about 100 feet, I'm going to take manual control. I hope I don't stuff up the flare. Okay.
100.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn off that APPR approach. Oh boy.
Retard.
Landing spoilers
Look at that.
extended.
Okay. We have touchdown now. $60 knots. Cool. Turn them off.
Spoilers retracted. Flaps up.
Okay. Look at that. Alrighty, we are on the runway. Excuse the bit of the bumpy landing. I should have calibrated it just before we touched down. That doesn't matter. We landed, and that's how you perform an auto land. So let's head out of here now, and let's suss the replay out. This one here. Okay. So as you can see now, this is us lining up to the localizer. So now we're on, we're not really on final yet. We are now. This is where we are now, on the map. So as you can see, we are getting closer to the runway. And the runway is now visible, sorry. Look at that, very nice. I've never actually let the auto land fully by itself. So as you can see, you will see the bit where I took it off. Yep, so I took it off there. That's okay, that would have been a very bumpy landing. Let's look at that again. Very bumpy indeed, that one there. But that doesn't matter. You get the idea. And yep, as you can see. But we did land at about the right time. And look at that. Very nice. Very nice auto land. And we are very well centered as well, which is really good. Okay. So guys, I thank you very much for watching this, and I hope you do know how to use the auto land now. Any questions, please comment below. Other than that, have a good night guys. Peace out.